Morning. So great morning to you. Happy Wednesday. It's winning Wednesday. We're going to win all day, no matter what. We're going to win on purpose, in purpose, and for purpose. Because if God be for us, who can be against us? Greater is he that is on the inside of us than he that is in the world. 1,000 may fall at our side and 10,000 at our right hand, but it shall not draw nigh us. Everything that the enemy meant for bad, God already turned it around for good and the saving of many. Come on here. Come on here. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. We could just recall his promises and we can just know that we win in the end. Come on, just declare that I win in the end. It don't matter what it looked like right now. I can stand confidently that I win in the end. Paul said it this way: I reckon that the sufferings of this present time. All right, let me stop because I end up preaching here, and this is our coaching call this morning. But I seen that today was Winning Wednesday, and I wanted to declare to myself that God is for me, and He's the greater one. He's the greater one inside of me, and there's nothing that can come against me. All right. I'm excited. Yesterday, I'm still feasting from yesterday word. I'm raising the standard in my own life. The enemy may try to come in like a flood, but I am raising the standard. I am the standard that is raising. If you didn't get yesterday's broadcast, you need to go back and listen to it. It's good. It's good. It's good. Welcome again. Happy Wednesday to you. Good morning. Good morning. Great grace to everyone that's in the room. Great grace to everyone that's in the room. If you on Facebook, welcome. Will you do me a favor? Will you like this broadcast? Let me see some hearts right there. Tag two or three people in this. Let them know, hey, you need to tune in. The Rise and Build has been on fire all week, and you need to come in on this Winning Wednesday. Share it to your profile. Share it to any pages and groups that you're a part of. Those of you that's on YouTube, hey YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Let me see you like this video over there. Copy the link and share it to a couple people. Put it on your social media. Let them know, hey, tune in, Arise and Build. It's been on fire. You need to be a part of this right now. So go ahead and share that with them. Um, if you have not already put in your calendar, go ahead and put in your calendar October 8th, 9th, and 10th. October 8th, 9th, and 10th in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll be having Vision Fest 2026, and you want to be a part. If nothing else, you can be a part virtually, but you need to be in the place. If you can get here by bus, canoe, by ship, if you got to drive, if you got to start walking right now to be here for October 8th, 9th, and 10th, you need to go ahead and do that. Greenville, South Carolina. We'll be having Vision Fest 2026. I'm excited about that. If today is your sow day, you're sowing today. Today, this is your sow week. This is the week that you sow into this ministry, into this broadcast. The ways of giving is right there in the description of the video on YouTube. It's pinned right there on Facebook, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. Apple Pay is all right there for you to be able to find for your convenience right there. This week, we're sowing in the denomination of 2020. Second Chronicles 20:20 says, believe in the Lord your God and you shall be established. It says, but believe in his prophets and you shall prosper. I believe that we are walking into a dual fold season. And what that season is looking like is a season of establishment. God the Father himself is establishing us. And then as he gives us the utterance prophetically, he's given us prophetic wisdom and instruction and direction. And as we obey the prophetic wisdom and instruction of the Father through his prophets, he is going to cause us to prosper. I believe that this is the season for your establishment and your prosperity. And so if you believe that you're sowing this your week to sow, you can sow $2.20. You can sow $20.20. Maybe you want to double it up, 40, 60. Maybe you want to sow 120. Wherever your faith is, wherever your obedience to the Father is, wherever your trust is and your sacrifice to the Lord is, just do it cheerfully. And he says, give and it shall be given back unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall he cause men to give unto your bosom. And I believe that we're going into a season that people are getting ready to use their power, their ability, their influence, their affluence, their network, and their net worth to help us get established and to help us prosper. Amen. So you can do that there. You're blessed. Your seeds blessed. This word is going to be blessed. Let us get into today's broadcast. We're still in March Madness, canceling the chaos. Today, we're talking about staying centered under pressure. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your last name is. There's some level of pressure that comes your way on a daily basis. Some of us can attest that the pressure comes 2 or 3 times a day. It comes from 2 or 3 different angles each day. But we are under pressure. We're man under pressure. We're woman under pressure. Pressure is all around us. But I want to talk to us about how to stay centered under that pressure. Pressure doesn't create problems. It reveals preparation. I'll say that again. Pressure does not create problems. It reveals preparation. Anyone can be calm when things are easy. Anyone can be focused when nothing's going wrong. But when a little pressure hit, deadlines, unexpected situations, financial stress, difficult conversations, that's when we find out what we're really made of, how we're really built inside. Some people panic. I'm not a panicker. Some people react. I have been a reactor through the years. Some people shut down while others stay steady. Duke is ready to teach. While others stay steady. Not because life is easier for those that choose to stay steady, but because they've learned how to stay centered no matter what's happening around them. And Father wants us to learn how to stay centered. He wants us to learn how to stay centered no matter what's happening around us. Pressure reveals what life is built in us and the life that we're built on. Pressure reveals what life has built in us and the life that we are built on. Point 1, you taking notes. Pressure exposes patterns. You need to write this down. Pressure exposes patterns. You don't rise to the level of the moment, you fall to the level of your preparation. I'll say that again. You do not rise to the level of the moment. Watch this. You fall to the level of your preparation. Some of our preparation's high. That's why it seems like we're rising to the moment. But really, we're falling at every time to the level of our preparation. When pressure hits, your brain doesn't create new habits. I'll say that again. When pressure hits, your brain doesn't create new habits. What it does is it defaults to the existing ones. You fall to the level of your preparation. You don't rise to the moment. You don't rise to new habits. You don't rise to new stardoms. You fall into what is already inside of you, what's already a habit inside of you, what's already a system that's inside of you. That's why it seems like no matter how much you elevate, no matter how good the job is, no matter what neighborhood you move in, you still seem to fall into your old mind, because pressure really exposes the pattern. If your life has been reactive, pressure will amplify that reaction. If your life has been intentional, Pressure will reveal the stability. Pressure does not change you. It just exposes you. All right. Put that in your notes. Pressure does not change you. It just simply exposes you. It exposes you. Two people can face the same stressful situation. They could be in the same exact stressful situation. One will become overwhelmed while the other become more focused. The difference is not the situation. The difference is not the environment. The difference is not the people. The difference is what was built in them, what patterns they had, what mindset they had before the pressure hit. That's what's different. That's what's different. That's what's different. So now you need to ask yourself, how do I usually respond under pressure? How do I usually respond under pressure? Awareness shows you what needs strengthening. So begin to journal today and write down, how do you respond under pressure? Just look at the last 3 or 4 pressure situations that hit your life. And then just begin to write down honestly, how did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? Point 2. Calm is a trained response. I called the dog trainer yesterday for my Duke to go to get some training so they could teach him how to be calm. As you can hear him with his little bell running back and forth in my room this early in the morning. Calm is a trained response. Staying calm is a skill. Duke, staying calm is a skill. It's not a personality trait. It's not a personality trait. It's a skill that you learn and you begin to level up in. Some people think calmness is natural. Calmness is not natural. It may have been a natural skill to people, Duke. It may be a natural skill to people. I'm trying to let him be out his cage more. And now he wants to bark because there's people outside going to the school bus. Duke, you want to go? You want to go home? People think that calmness is natural. While it may be a natural skill and ability to others, it is something that needs to be strengthened because it is not a natural response. It is a trained response. Even those who have the natural ability to stay calm train themselves as a kid. They may have was raised that way. Reality is calmness is practice. Calmness is practice. It comes from slowing down your thoughts. Write this down. How do I practice calmness? Where can calmness come from in my life? Slowing down your thoughts, controlling your breathing. That's been a big thing for me lately. If you've been in my presence lately, you will see that that's a big thing for me. That's a big thing for me. Controlling your breathing. Before you respond, a simple 5 breaths can change your whole mood to respond. Try it. Them children get on your nerves. That boss says something to you. That girlfriend, boyfriend, what make you want to tell them off. Just practice breathing 3 to 5 times. Your whole energy didn't change. Your whole mind, your air to your brain didn't change. Controlling your breathing helps your response become calm. Choosing your response intentionally, saying, you know what, I got too much to lose. I'm not fit to act a fool. Keisha not fit to come out from the bottom, and Lil Ray not fit to find himself from the wrong side of the tracks over here, because God has elevated me and brought me into a great place. He's showing himself sovereign in my life. Therefore, I'm going to be intentional in my representation and my representation of the Father. I believe a lot of us have not governed our lives to the Holy Spirit enough to know that we're always forever representing and representing him. One of the greatest places that I got to come to fullness of, I'm coming up, as me and my people say, I'm coming up is in that car. Is in that car. I got to realize that when I'm driving, I'm representing and representing Christ. So what I did, let me tell you, is I put Reverend J on my license plate. And when I want to blow and lay on the horn and flick somebody off and tell them like it is, roll down my window and throw my water out the window at them, I remember that my license plate reflect God. And that's not befitting of a reverend. That's not befitting of a child of God. You need to start choosing your responses intentionally, like you are a representation and a representation of the Father in the earth. Calm people are not unaffected. It does not mean we don't feel. It does not mean that it don't hurt. It does not mean that it don't make us mad, angry, upset, rejected, abandoned, depressed, all of those things. It just means our discipline is greater. Calm people, it just means that our discipline to be calm is greater than the emotion that we are feeling in the moment. Someone who pauses, breathes, and thinks clearly in tense situations often changes the entire outcome of the moment. You can change the entire outcome of the moment by simply pausing, breathing, and thinking clearly. Calm creates control. Calmness creates control. You need to stay calm. You need to stay calm. So today, when pressure rises, this is your action steps. Pause, slow your breathing down, and choose your next move intentionally. Pause, slow your breathing down, and choose your next move intentionally. Point three, let me hurry up. Point three. Point three. Stability creates better decisions. Stability creates better decisions. Clear thinking produces better outcomes. Simple as that. Clear thinking creates and produce better outcomes. Pressure pushes people to make quick decisions. Have you realized that when you get under pressure, your back is in the wall and you're backed into a corner, you just start making quick decisions. I got to do this, got to move this, got to shift this, got to do this, got to take from here, got to do that. And you just begin to move quickly. But quick decisions are often reactive decisions. When you stay centered, when you stay grounded, when you stay rooted, your thinking remains clear. And clear thinking leads to better choices, and better choices leads to better outcomes. Someone who takes even an extra second to think about responding avoids mistakes that others make in urgency. Just 1 second. If you just take one additional second, You can avoid mistakes that others make in urgency. So what we're going to do in our next high pressure moment, and guess what? You're going to have one a day. You're going to have one a day. In the next 24 to 48 hours, you're going to have a high pressure moment. This is what you're going to ask yourself. What is the best decision here? Not the fastest one, and not necessarily the easiest or simple one. What's the best decision? Today's assignment. Notice one moment of pressure, of stress. Pause instead of reacting immediately. Pause instead of acting immediately. And slow your breathing and choose your response intentionally. So notice the pressure moment. Pause, slow your breathing, respond intentionally. Pressure is not your enemy. It's your opportunity to stay centered and grounded. It's your opportunity to see what you're made of. So notice that high pressure moment, that high stress moment. Pause, slow your breathing, and choose your response intentionally. Life will always bring pressure. That doesn't change ever. But how you respond to the pressure does. And when you learn to stay centered, even in difficult moments, your life becomes steady, it becomes focused, and it becomes controlled. You don't fall under pressure. You don't fall apart under pressure. You don't come unglued under pressure. You don't give up under pressure. You're going to rise with clarity. Come on, just say, I'm going to rise with clarity in every pressure moment. Just declare that I'm going to rise with clarity in every pressure moment. Let me give our daily affirmation. I'm going to let you go today. I remain calm under pressure. I am steady, focused, and clear. Pressure does not control me. I respond with wisdom and strength. I stay centered in every situation. I create my now. I'm going to read it slow so you can repeat after me. I remain calm under pressure. I am steady, focused, and clear. Pressure does not control me. I respond with wisdom and strength. I stay centered in every situation. I create my now. All right, on this Winning Wednesday, make sure you like, tag, and share this broadcast. Make sure you're sending it out. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and follow to me on Facebook. The link for both is in the comments. If today's your sowing day, you're sowing 2020, you're sowing $2.20, you're sowing 40, 100 and 20. Whatever the Lord is telling you to do, we're believing God for 2 Chronicles 20 and 20, that this is the season of your not just prosperity, but your establishment. He's going to establish you and cause you to prosper right where he established you at. I believe that, and I'm standing in agreement with you. And as you sow, I believe that he's going to cause all grace to abound towards you, that whatever the need is, you won't need any aid or support. I believe that. So I'm praying to that end, that God will raise up people that will help you, that will favor you to finish. I feel that very strongly, that God is going to raise up people that's going to favor you to finish in Jesus' name. All right, go grow and glow, win on purpose, in purpose, and for purpose. Why? Because it's a winning Wednesday and you win in the end. All right, have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. More grace to your Wednesday. Go and win. Keep a